our kid went to a school. She was 2.5, and she was coming home with stuffy nose and boogers and sick all the time.
Right.
And the doctors basically said, like, this is normal.
Yeah.
She just needs to get every infection known to man. Don't worry, it's normal. My daddy bullshit detector was not resonating with that message because in the previous 2 years, we flew a lot. She was out in the world and she wasn't getting sick.
Right.
Well, in the school, first of all, the windows didn't open, horrific lighting, air fresheners everywhere,
Oh, gosh.
really harsh cleaning products, shitty water filters, bad ventilation in the bathrooms that were in the classroom. So I was like, hey, this is not okay, guys. I actually tried to give them a Jaspr and they wouldn't accept it. Then she went to the next school, got a Jaspr in the classroom. She wasn't getting sick at all.
Welcome to another episode of the Brave Table. Fam, you know this. This is something that I'm so excited to talk about. Our air. What if the air in your home, your office, or even your kids' school was quietly draining their energy, disrupting their sleep, or even messing with their mood? So today I'm sitting down with the amazing, the funny, the brilliant Mike Feldstein, the founder of Jaspr, air quality expert, and the visionary behind what might be the healthiest school in America. He's part innovator, part disruptor, and he's here to share the truth about really what the air that we breathe and how we can reclaim our environment, our energy, and our wellness one breath at a time. Hello there, Mike.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's do this. So once upon a time, you were called the mold guy, and we need to have a backstory on that.
Old man.
Yeah, mold man in the phone.
Yeah. So I was in the mold remediation business, floods, fires, hurricanes, mold, disaster cleanup, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, when I'd go to someone's home, I'd often hear, honey, the mold man's here. And that's what you call, especially Mike the mold man.
Mike the mold man.
It was perfect.
That sounds pretty fitting.
It does.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what led me here. Just years of seeing the most toxic environments, homes, schools, hotels, buildings, all that stuff. People getting really sick, spending a lot of time and a lot of money with doctors and pills and detox protocols, and you just can't heal in the place that made you sick.
Yeah.
So I did not feel very helpful in the restoration business because there were hundreds or thousands of companies doing the same work. But even when we were done, a couple weeks later, the mold, especially after a flood or a fire, the air quality is contaminated for so long. So it just wasn't that impactful.
Right.
And we would use these machines called air scrubbers that were these big industrial machines.
Okay. Now, why are they different than air purifiers? What's the difference? Is there a difference?
There is a difference.
Okay.
There is and there isn't.
Okay.
It's like, what's the difference between a Honda Accord and an Escalade?
Okay.
Like, they both can take people, they have wheels, they have doors, they have an engine,
Yeah.
air conditioners, or even like a truck, one is designed to take more people, to pull more weight, to be designed for a heavier duty application.
Yeah.
Whereas a sedan or even a golf cart, it drives, it's not very fast. So most people need trucks and they're driving golf carts. So they both fundamentally are the same in that air passes through a filter, lets all the good clean air pass through, filters out all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
A scrubber is basically 5 air purifiers in one.
Okay.
So instead of having 5 little air purifiers in your room, which is what you would need to be effective, you have one big scrubber that's quiet and pretty. So it's just basically a scrubber is a badass air purifier.
There you go.
And normally they're industrial, loud and ugly. And we made the first one that is pretty and quiet.
Oh my gosh. Well, you brought a few today, so thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And before we started rolling, you literally had an event at the Jaspr home.
Jaspr House.
The Jaspr House, sorry. The Jaspr House here in Austin. And you literally told everyone at the party to gift, this is so generous, gift somebody an air purifier.
Generous is one way to look at it.
Okay.
It doesn't exactly feel like generosity because I actually just think it's also the best way to do business. So even if it was the most capitalistic thing possible, if you have a product that works great, you don't have to sell it. You just have to show people. I call it prove it marketing. And I always think a business should focus on helping the people who need help the most. So everybody at the event gets to send one Jaspr to the person who they know would need it most.
Wow.
And if that person is them, that's okay too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to put yourself first. But if there's someone you know who needs it more than you, whether they're struggling from mold, asthma, can't sleep, panic attacks, fertility issues, horrible allergies, snoring at night, then send the Jaspr to them from you, because we want people to know we gift Jaspers all the time. So we know how good it feels to give someone the gift of clean air and air awareness. Only when you sleep in a really clean environment can you know how dirty the air was before. And what happens is, by doing this, and if you stop people from snoring and if you help people heal, they can't shut up about it.
Right.
So instead of building a business on ads and things to that effect, advertisements and fancy commercials and working with stores and retailers, we find that just helping people who need help the most is actually the best business strategy.
That's huge.
So even though it also feels really good, it also is the best thing to build a business and build community.
Yeah, well, I feel like, a lot on the Brave Table, we also talk about values. And I feel like that's kind of, knowing you and Rachel for a while, and you just welcomed your third baby. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is it something like how you grew up?
Do you know the term mensch?
Mensch. Okay.
Have you heard this term?
Yes, I have.
Do you know what it is?
No.
So mensch is actually a Yiddish word.
Yes.
My grandfather was like the mensch of all mensches. So
Okay.
our overarching core value
Okay.
above all the other values is like, what would the mensch do? So a mensch is someone who can be soft-spoken but is also strong.
Yeah.
So kind but not a pushover. Someone who puts community first, community, philanthropy, family, and even when no one's looking, consistently does the right thing.
Ooh.
Does what they said they would do, picks up the trash. When no one's looking, they still are a person of honor. So we made that our highest core value. So every single communication that we're having with a customer, with a partner, with anybody ever, if you want to know what to do, you just say, what would the mensch do? And then the answer is right there.
I love that. What would the mensch do?
What would the mensch do?
That's great.
When
So-
someone's being like super menschy, then that is called the mensch score
Okay.
or mensch mode. So what's really awesome lately, fun tangent, if you're ever like just kind of brainstorming really powerful, important things, but like activate mensch mode is just asking what the mensch would do, and you go back and forth with that, record that conversation, pop it into your GPT.
Okay.
It ends up making all these amazing business decisions and business plans for you run through the mensch filter.
Oh, I like that. So it's kind of like talking to your highest self.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what it
It's
is.
pretty dope.
But it's like a humanizing way to do it.
Well, I can see this because you obviously have created such a revolutionary path for Jaspr to sit as one of the like highest quality air scrubbers, air purifiers that anybody can even have. And can you tell us a little bit about like why yours is different than the rest?
Yeah, different for sure. So first of all, it's the biggest.
Yeah.
Size matters. Bigger size, more airflow. Second of all, it's pretty. It has to look good. Because
Yes.
it's made from steel,
Okay.
steel absorbs light, plastic reflects light. So instead of being this shiny object in the corner, it blends in. And then we put really good sensors on it. So if you're cooking, if you're cleaning, if you're using any toxic chemicals, if your neighbor's barbecuing, if there's wildfire smoke outside, it's going to turn up, show you on the screen the air quality in real time, and then come back down.
And we just did this before we
Little
had the
incense
cameras
test.
rolling. Yeah, we did the incense, and then it turned red right away, and then it was orange,
And that was green.
and then it was green. It cleared out all the air particles.
So it kind of becomes your like low tox wellness watchdog, where if you just have one, if someone comes in, sometimes someone comes into my home and it turns red.
Okay.
They just smoked, they just vaped, or they're covered in a very toxic perfume.
Ooh, oh, even toxic perfumes.
Yeah. So
Ugh.
businesses who have them, often when people are, especially if someone's detoxing a lot,
Yeah.
sauning, ozone, all of that, then they're more likely to off gas themselves.
Yeah.
So
They'll have
it's-
like an odor and stuff. Yeah.
and you may not smell anything.
Right.
It could just be a particle or a VOC that your nose doesn't know. But the idea is Jasper's nose should know before your nose knows and take care of it before it's a problem.
Interesting.
But it's really the combination of power, kind of performance and aesthetic. And then because we made it industrial grade, it's designed to last 25 years.
Oh, wow.
And that's why we can give people a lifetime warranty.
So you're giving people a lifetime warranty. It looks sleek. It looks amazing. It's just a tower. And it's super easy to use. And I love the fact that it's not like attached to an app or anything.
No Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no EMF, no apps. I don't want an app. on my dishwasher or my fridge or any of my appliances
Yeah.
because I'm trying to do less phone, not more. And if
Right.
we put an app on it, we're literally telling people you should spend more time. You should look at your phone screen to breathe clean air.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's the thing also, because you have babies, I have babies, and the dirty diapers in the house.
That's a big one.
So that's a big one. So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about dirty diapers. So Jaspr is not your solution for dirty diapers.
Okay.
The solution is to take the diaper directly outside. If that is too annoying,
Okay. So you can't have your filter next to.
you can.
Okay.
But
it's not gonna-
sometimes the answer is not to filter your air.
Okay.
That is a solution in a lot of situations. But the best thing to do is mitigate at the source level. So in this case, don't put the poopy diaper beside the baby. Because simple rule of thumb, what you smell, like if it smells like poop, it is poop. If it is poop, it's bacteria. So if you go into your baby's room and you smell a lot of shit, because that's what it usually smells like, and you test the bacteria in the air, your baby is literally sleeping in bacteria levels that are just off the charts.
Oh, yeah, and we don't change that for like a week or something.
Exactly. So they made these big diaper pails to optimize. Humans will do almost anything for comfort and convenience.
Right. It's just lazy.
Even if it means like.
And we're breathing that in.
And it's going throughout your whole home. When I did your carpet test, you saw all those particles in your carpet.
Yeah.
Those are sharticles now.
Oh, sharticles.
So
wow.
you best thing is diaper outside. What also good is we actually found a product on Amazon that was more like $70 for Atlas, and it's
Atlas, your baby boy.
Atlas, our baby boy.
2 months old.
We're back in the diapers.
Back in it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're
what
in
are
it.
you doing now?
So we found a small one that works like a trash chute.
Okay.
So you put the diaper in,
Okay.
and then when you close it and open it, basically like most diaper pails, it's a hatch, it's a pit.
Right.
You open the pit of diaper, you drop it in,
Yeah.
wafts you a bomb.
Yeah.
Not airtight at all. That's last week's diaper. Gross. This one, it's more like a trash chute. So you put the diaper in, open it, pop it in, and then it closes it down so the air is never exposed.
Right.
But it's only 1 day in capacity.
Okay.
So then you're dumping
you
it
have to-
daily.
Yeah.
This is reasonable. I like with health stuff, reasonability.
Right.
The last thing you want to do is be always obsessing over health, wellness, this and that, and the tools and the gadgets and remembering to do shit. Then you're going to have overloaded stress
And
from all this
anxiety.
to-do list.
Sure.
So we found a happy medium, but diapers outside ideally.
Okay. Diapers outside, ideally. All right. And so now you're conquering the next biggest problem.
I would say it's the biggest problem.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Because we've known each other for a while.
We won't say the name of the school,
We won't say it,
but it was a great school.
it was a great one.
Our
Our
kids-
kids went there.
Yeah.
And I feel like we moved here around the same time.
Yeah.
And so, and now you're solving that problem. So you solved the air problem, and you've been on, I don't know, 200 plus podcasts. And I'm so glad you're here talking about this next era of,
I see what you did there.
yeah, this next era of education. You've got 3 beautiful babies. And so what is that future? What do you see the future of education for kids?
So if you think about the school that our kids shared, it was the perfect school at the perfect time.
Yeah.
And that was really big inspiration, honestly. It was great at community.
Mm-hmm.
It's great at community.
Yeah. Super great.
So I loved how, now that we've had our kids in a few schools, we were trying a lot of schools to feel things out. And we did not want to start a school. This is not the thing we wanted to do. We would have rather just send our kids to the perfect school. I'd always rather be I did not want to start Jaspr. Jaspr found me. I did not find Jaspr.
Right.
We just wanted a product that would give my family clean air. We just want a school to send our kids to. So we could not find it. They were very far, and they were either all like super. So the community thing is like important.
It's huge.
So like when you're a kid in school, you have kind of friendship built in. You go to college, friendship built in. If you get like a job that's not remote, you have kind of coworkers and friendship built in. But I actually think the last chance to make lifelong friends, especially for a lot of folks who aren't in a coworker environment, is going to be when your kids are young, the parents of the kids in their school.
Yeah.
And then a lot of schools don't bring those people together at all. And that's such a wasted, missed opportunity to build community.
Yeah.
Because the most convenient adults to hang out with are your friends your kids' friends' parents.
Of course.
Then everybody can do it together.
Yes.
And the kids can babysit each other.
And it becomes a village.
It does.
For sure.
So that's really important. That's as big as any of the other values. We've gone to other schools where it's more like a prison, and that you drop them off at the gate, and they slam the door on you, and you don't know anything.
Yeah.
So you don't know anybody. Drop off, pick up. It's quick. It's in, it's out. It's more like a daycare.
Mm-hmm.
And so community was of the utmost importance. Our kid, Arya, went to a school, our oldest daughter, before the school that we shared. And she was coming, this was when she was 2.5, and she was coming home with stuffy nose and boogers and sick all the time.
Right.
And the doctors basically said, like, this is normal.
Yeah, we're just going to normalize that she's going to be sick for the next few years.
Several years.
Yeah.
She just needs to get every infection known to man. So she's just going to be super sick for multiple years. Don't worry, it's normal. And
it'll build their immunity.
It'll build it.
Yeah.
But it'll take years. And my daddy bullshit detector was not resonating with that message. I'm like, I don't think this is true. Because in the previous 2 years, we flew a lot. We stayed in hotels. It's not like we had her wrapped in saran wrap at home. She was out in the world and she wasn't getting sick.
Right.
Well, in the school, first of all, the windows didn't open. Horrific lighting. Air fresheners everywhere.
Oh, gosh.
Really harsh cleaning products. Shitty water filters. Bad ventilation in the bathrooms that were in the classroom.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, if you wanted to create a cesspool for kids, they did it perfectly. So I was like, hey, this is not okay, guys. I actually tried to give them a Jaspr and they wouldn't accept it.
They wouldn't accept it.
No. And I said, let's put Jaspers in 50% of the classes. They had 3 schools. I said, let's Jasperize half your schools, half your classes. Let's do this together. Let's get some data and see how much it's impacting kids' health. Then she went to the next school, got a Jaspr in the classroom. She wasn't getting sick at all. Ended up getting 5 more in that school. Then there was also a study done out of Finland where they put air purifiers in 50% of the classes and 50% of the schools, and absenteeism dropped by 30% in students and teachers.
No way.
So it was like a light.
Wow.
Kids stopped getting sick. Teachers stopped getting sick. People were a lot healthier. This was with not even great air purifiers.
Wow, but just breathing cleaner air, a little bit cleaner air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I think optimizing life is all about these little wins that add up together. It's that compounding effect. It's less silver bullets and more, a holistic approach.
Sure.
So when we desperately wanted a school that would be healthy and also have healthy food. So we found that one of the most stressful parts of being parents was all the stuff that goes into it. It's like the lunch and the prep, and then all the stuff that's convenient is the most unhealthy. So if you want to give your kids healthy lunches that they'll actually eat, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then 2 becomes 10 p.m. like this. You're like, time to pick them up. You pick them up, you rush them, dinner, force them to eat as quickly as possible, put them to bed. Where did 2 to 10 just go?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we have done is we found an incredible chef who sources all local ingredients, cooks organic lunches for the kids,
No way.
teaches the kids nutrition,
Okay.
also teaches the parents nutrition. And then when you pick your kid up from school, we're working on a program where the parents can pick up healthy dinner.
Oh, wow.
And they can either eat dinner at the school on the picnic tables or go home, bring their glass Tupperware and bring it back the next day.
Glass Tupperware.
Yeah.
Keys.
The idea is everything that we kind of wanted for ourselves in the school, we will build. And then the people who want the same thing as us will come. So it's a Montessori. It's rooted in Montessori philosophies.
Yeah.
We'll have teachers who have 3-4 decades of Montessori experience, really experienced educators. And we're infusing collaborative play, a very healthy environment, and more entrepreneurial minded. So a lot of schools aren't really designed to create leaders, and leadership, being collaborative, will be at the core of the school. So
I love that.
Healthy leaders, healthy families, and the school needs to go beyond the kid and be really for the family and the community.
So, I mean, just double clicking a little bit more on that, what has been kind of the big focus, even in, finding a location for this vision that you have of the healthiest school in America?
So we didn't find the location found us.
That's amazing.
So
This seems to be the pattern of your life. I love it.
I think it's a pattern for a lot of people if they hold that lens in perspective. So it's like, why did Jaspr choose me? If Jaspr was already there, already existed, but it was waiting for someone to carry it forward, it would make sense to choose someone who was very serious about air quality, was sensitive to the environment, knew how to build stuff. It would make sense. If I was Jaspr, I would choose me too.
And who knew how to mold remediate and
Yeah,
knew exactly what clean air looks like
there was
versus
no
not.
brainstorming session of like, what business should I start? It literally just, the exact design you see now just came to me as a clear vision.
Wow.
I knew exactly what it looked like. I just had to go find it. And then I tried 30, 40 factories, traveled in the world, finding where all the worst air is, the best factories. And literally a company had a prototype of 90% of what was in my mind.
Have you gone to India yet? Because you should.
No, but I will.
Should.
I can't wait. So the school was the same. Since I met Rachel when we were 19, we've been making curriculums together as a hobby.
No, I didn't know this.
Way before we had kids.
Oh my
Rachel's
gosh.
been a teacher without students for a very long time.
No way.
When she was a nurse, when I knew her, she was always teaching all the other kids in college. She was always learning by teaching. Went into nursing, she was always mentoring nurses and talking to people going to nursing school. She was really, and then since nursing, she's been a teacher without students. We have our children, but she was here to teach a lot more.
Wow.
But building curriculums, simplifying really complex concepts. It's crazy. She can teach entrepreneurship way better than me.
Wow.
And she's never run a business before.
That's
Because
amazing.
she's relatable. She can simplify. She can turn copy into just simple language that people understand. So we were just looking for schools, and then a friend at the local coffee shop said, "Hey, did you know the local school is for sale? Not the business, just
Okay.
the land was."
Wow.
And based on the economics, it was clear. It was just oh shit, someone's going to buy this land and instantly knock down the school.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a plaza. It's going to be 4 homes for sure. There's no way, because the land was too valuable to put a school on it. I'm like, this sucks. When in our neighborhood, like when a developer comes by and cuts down a forest and builds some crappy subdivision home, like it kills me. To watch that school get removed, I could have never driven by that every day and lived through that.
Course.
So the initial thought was, let's just buy the land and actually lease it back to the business.
Yeah.
So the school can stay there. Our kids didn't even go to the school at that time. And then it evolved to, she's transitioning out. We saw such opportunity. We got really excited. We're like, hey, all those years of curriculum, we could walk there in 5 minutes from our home. So we were not looking to start a school. We were looking to find a school, and we found a school with beautiful mature trees. So the building is decent, but the property is like incredible. It's almost 2 acres,
Oh, wow.
big trees,
Yep.
outdoor area. So we're going to build huge screened-in porches and, redo the HVAC and make it air filters, water filters, circadian rhythm lighting, and big porches and natural light. It's like, it's the school me and Rachel wish we had when we were kids. So
And how much of, obviously you have all of the studies to back it up, but like how much of the attention of kids are dependent on kind of their environment, the breathing, the high quality air, and the fact that mold, paint, the VOCs, the EMFs, how does that play a role in traditional schools? And I think of me growing up in Chicago public schools. I'm like, wow, we didn't have any of that. And I'm like, I wonder how much more effective the education would have been.
So 2 things, starting with the end goal in mind.
Yeah.
So the school, the reason it's called Kindling Academy is because we're kindling. It itself is designed to not make any profit. It's designed to learn and open source. So everything we're putting, what we pay teachers, what products we're using, what cleaning products, everything is all going to be public.
I love that.
So then other schools all over the country, or people who want to start schools, we're going to give them our blueprints, our curriculums, everything. We don't want to start a ton of schools. We just want to show people a better way to do it, and then show them how we did it and let them internalize that however they want. But you could go to a lot of places to get support on like curriculums and stuff, but not on the holistic healthy stuff.
Right.
And it needs someone who it's perfect for Jaspr to do. We're so well positioned to do this. We're so adjacently aligned with all the best products, so we know what to do. But the goal is, so public schools are funded based on attendance.
Oh, wow.
This is where the real exciting big stuff happens. So that's why there's all these truancy laws. You can't take your kids out of school.
Right.
You can't travel with them.
Yep.
Schools discourage travel. We're going to encourage travel. In fact, Rachel's built a travel passport guide.
Oh.
So it's 1 guide per trip. So you go, and it's like a 5-minute journal for travel. So it helps you document your experiences. it helps the kid pack their entire, if the kid's over 4 or 5, they can pack not just the couple items, but pack their entire own bag and reflect on the experience and be a part of the itinerary. And then when they come back, all the kids in the class will get like a little sticker or a stamp of where they went, and they'll present the trip. So people are going to travel anyway.
Mhm.
So instead of discouraging it, why not encourage it?
Yeah.
So what's really important to us is the public schools. If we want to really impact things, we can't just focus on private schools. Like most kids are in public school.
Right.
So if the public schools are funded based on attendance, we're going to be tracking our absentee rates, our sicknesses, our sniffles, everything rigorously. And we're going to work with doctors and scientists to come in and have a third party be the one who designs the study. So it's like scientifically correct.
Right.
And then what we're doing is publish all that. I believe we're going to be able to get absentee rates way down and performance way up, to then where the public school system can't not afford to build the healthiest schools, because when we know clean air, good lighting, clean water, outdoor time, non-toxic products, and I'm so like the Maha tailwind, I've never had such a tailwind,
Yeah.
you know, with all these products and dyes and chemicals.
Of course.
It's all the same stuff that applies to your food, applies to your building.
Right.
Just it's another input
To your building.
to
And
your
I feel like
home,
most
to your office.
Yeah. And most people don't even think about that at all.
So we're going to help them with that part. And so the goal, the real goal with the school is to make it, I like the word undeniable. If things are, I'm not so sure, it doesn't do anything. But when it's undeniable, that's when you can create a lot of momentum, because all the, what should we do and is it working is just gone. It's undeniable. So babies, I believe a baby's first breath is more important than a baby's first steps. So when Atlas was born 6 weeks ago, it was at a hospital and we had a Jaspr in the birthing suite
No way.
and in the postpartum. Since then, a few other people have started to bring their Jaspers into birthing suites, and at the hospital, they're starting to recognize them there. So many people get sick at hospitals.
Yep.
It's because of the stuff you breathe. There's nothing cleaning the air in the room.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So
Well, and I just for people who don't really know how much of, dust particles are everywhere. I mean, take us through like what you just did before the cameras were rolling.
good idea.
Yeah.
And right before we end, we'll go check.
Okay.
We'll pause for a second. We'll check. So
But
was
even
it-
with like the carpet.
So we did a couple things. One of the things we did is there's a Jaspr running in your bedroom right now.
Yeah.
With the lights off.
Yep.
And we tested the air together first, and we videotaped it, and we took a photo. And I told you, watch this. Let Jaspr run. Let's go do the podcast. Then let's go check your room and watch how much cleaner the air will be.
Right. And you actually have like a industrial strength, like a
Yeah, so-
particle.
A laser particle counter.
Okay.
So we use that, not just the Jaspr, but a very commercial grade tester.
Yeah.
It's like a $5,000 tester. So we tested the air, and we'll test it again at the end. But what I also showed you is I did what's called a disturbed carpet sample. So
Yeah. I was very disturbed.
that's why I called it, I guess there's two reasons it's called a disturbed sample. We disturbed the carpet, and it disturbed you too.
Because I thought, everything's clean. We don't have pets in this house.
It's a clean house.
Yeah, it's a clean house.
So the carpet particles were 50 times or 500 times dirtier than your ambient air.
Yeah.
So what you don't realize
Just
is,
by like hitting the carpet and
so anytime we're walking on that,
right.
moving furniture, you're just little bursts of particulate are kicking up. And like you said, you don't have pets. It's a clean home. Where did all the stuff come from the carpet? It's from your air. Where did the air get it from? Well, that's a few things. That's indoor pollution, cooking, cleaning, candles, incense,
Walking with your shoes in the house.
shoes, skin, hair, insects, all that good stuff. And then you have all the outside stuff, the pollution, the rubber from the tires, the mold, the allergens. People think of indoor, outdoor,
Yeah.
like a black and white thing.
Right.
Why do you think we're able to breathe indoor? If it was airtight, we would suffocate and die like there's a bag on our head.
Right.
Now, our homes are built way too tight. That's the problem. They're not breathing. So indoor air is 5 to 10 times dirtier than outdoor air.
Oh, wow.
So even when you see allergens and pollution and stuff like that, other than extreme wildfire situations, fresh air is the most important thing. Think about a river or a stream flowing. That's generally quite clean water. But think about a stagnant pond.
Oof.
That's when you get the algae bloom, you get all the microbial growth, the bacteria. Still water is sick water. And the outdoor air is like the rivers and the streams. and your home is like a pond. So that's why we have black mold will grow inside. Dust will accumulate indoors. If you go outside and you look around, you don't see dust, you don't see mold growing outside.
Especially like in your HVAC, in certain places in the world. Now we live in Dubai, and you know it's always hot and you need the ACs on.
The reason that's a really moldy environment
Yeah.
is because it's really hot.
Yep.
So that means you have really cold air in your air conditioner. And then usually they're building cheap and fast.
Yeah.
They're trying to build as quickly as they can.
And you've been there too.
I have been there.
Many times.
Actually, the same issue exists here.
Okay.
So most attics in Austin have mold and HVAC systems. Reason why.
Okay.
You have an unconditioned attic. You have, so let's say summer, hot attic.
Yeah.
Cold air is flowing through the vents up there. If you have cold and hot touching, you get condensation. So it's drip, 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 drip. There's your mold. Then it goes in the return and your home is breathing mold. And the HVAC system is the lungs of your home, and you do not want moldy lungs.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why in a hot environment, same thing can happen in Canada, in Chicago, in New York. It's really cold. The hot air is going through the vents. Cold plus hot, condensation, same problem. So that's why but everyone has a problem. Like so many people move to Arizona.
Right.
It's like Dubai.
Yeah.
They try to go there to get away from the mold. You can't. Mold is not the enemy. It's how we built our homes and we trapped ourselves inside. That mold is pissed off that the mold only grows on the sandwich when you put it in the Tupperware container.
Ooh.
When it's breathing, it's not getting mold. It's pissed off that you're trying to choke it.
Yeah, that it's contained.
And then it gets mad and you become the host.
Oh wow.
So you don't have mold problems being outside.
So to be more outside.
Be more outside. Let your home connect to nature more.
So opening up your windows.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Oh wow.
As much as I love my Jaspr, but that is not a replacement for good ventilation.
Okay.
A good range hood, good bathroom fans, an HVAC system that has a good fresh air intake.
So you need good
You want your
bathroom
building
fans.
to breathe.
Yeah.
So you need fresh air. And then because ultimately, unless you live in the Amazon in a treehouse, in a modern world, we're breathing shit. That's not so natural. So that's where the filtration comes in. Same deal with your water. Like hundreds of years ago, you could just drink any river. All the water was pure. We've polluted the shit out of it. And now that water will make us sick. So like nobody would just drink straight like tap water anymore. I mean, before the tap water, it's already treated because the lakes and the rivers and the wells will make you sick. So what is to think your air would be any different? Tap air once it comes into your home and it's mixed and polluted and filled with mold and dust and allergens, it is pretty harmful to us.
Wow. Well, and just to kind of circle back that point, you guys have now created specific plugs so that you can sell it in Dubai because so many people have been asking for it. Okay.
So we're in Canada, United States, and Dubai. That is it.
That is it.
That is it. Those 3 countries.
It's amazing.
What we do with Dubai is we ship it directly to Dubai, and then everyone in Dubai has like these forwarding addresses in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So for their ongoing filters, they have their own thing figured out where it goes to New York or Miami, and then it goes directly to Dubai. Yeah. But we have a system and a solution for that.
Amazing.
And like going back to the kids and the mood and the ADHD and all that.
Yes.
If you think about it, so the baby's in the womb, comes out, and is in a fairly contaminated hospital environment for a couple of days, like a very sick, high infection place.
And they're just breathing that air from the hospital.
So that's their first breaths.
Okay.
Then your baby goes home. Now it's in the shit box.
Yes.
Breathing your indoor polluted air. And a lot of people don't take their babies into the world for a while. They want to protect them. And your home is so airtight that your baby is just breathing really contaminated air from day one.
Yeah. So unless you live in like Finland or Scandinavia.
Totally.
Yeah.
Filtering your air does do a lot for that. So if you can crack windows and Jasperize your baby's room or get some kind of filter, we'll talk about some other ways to do that too. But if you're having clean air is just calming for your nervous system.
Right.
If your baby, by the way, if adults are breathing 15 to 20,000 times a day, infants can breathe up to 100,000 times a day. And like toddlers or just before toddlers could breathe like 60,000 times a day.
Wow.
The respiratory rate's higher. Their immune system is lower. So just think about the like downstream effects of your baby, like growing its lungs in a contaminated environment. Then as they're old enough, we ship them off to school. Yep. Then for 8 hours a day, once again,
in the
often
prison.
Moldy, prison. maximum security prisoners have an hour outside every day.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of people, the average person now in America spends 95% of their time indoors. So people are spending less time outside in fresh air than people in maximum security prisons.
That's insane.
There's a term called zoochosis. It's what happens to animals in captivity. And if you look up zoochosis, it's eerily similar to another species. So basically, if you look at animals in zoos, they get depression, anxiety, stress, disease, inflammation. You put the humans in the homes, same thing happens. So I see subdivisions as zoos and our homes like cages. We're very much captive. We're our own. We're the prison and the prison guard.
Wow.
So naturally,
It's going to affect our mood.
it's going to affect our mood.
In all
That's
of
why people
those
want to go
ways.
for a walk, get some fresh air, open some windows. You'll feel great. And now biohacking has kind of come online, and it's just sort of like an artificial way to like pretend to be nature. So
Okay.
grounding mat,
Yep.
or put your feet on the grass or lie on the sand. Red light therapy, sunshine. There's very natural ways to do this. I view biohacks as supplements. And nowadays, think about the word supplement. It's supplementary.
Yeah.
So often now you get your blood test, bang, 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 pill, 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 pill. It either comes from the doctor and it's like pharmaceuticals, or comes from the naturopath and it's holistic supplement. It's still pills.
Right.
Those things are supposed to be the last 10% to supplement you. Not somehow supplement has become primary.
Right.
So instead of dealing with your air, your water, your food, your environment, dialing in your nutrition and your movement, then you supplement. The Western world got so good at business.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, telling people to breathe clean air, like the amount someone's going to spend on clean air is going to be a fraction of their supplement budget. So people are spending so much money on more.
Right.
And often the best solution is addition by subtraction.
Right. To just get back down to the basics.
Yeah.
Of, all right, let's get these buildings completely rid of
And breathing.
and breathing properly.
A lot of this started in the 1970s. It was kind of the energy crisis.
Yeah.
So the idea was, how do we get more energy efficient? Let's build tighter homes.
Tighter homes.
Sealed homes.
So like
building
sealing
codes.
the windows. Okay.
Tight windows, tight doors, tight vents. So often people think about old homes as moldy homes. It's
Yeah.
not the case. Often it's the newest homes that are the moldiest homes.
Yeah.
Because they're built tight. They can't breathe anymore. So at the expense of saving a couple dollars on your energy bill, which, by the way, you didn't save any money on your energy bill.
Okay.
Because while homes were more efficient, they just raised the price of energy. So the energy companies made all the extra profit. But to the average consumer, homeowner, American, whatever, your energy bill stayed high. And now the building codes changed. Homes were being built really tight. Luckily, now there's new technology called ERVs and HRVs, energy recovery ventilators. Basically, it allows your home to bring in fresh air and exhaust stale air without compromising energy efficiency.
Wow.
So if there is a new product we were going to make, this would be the next one.
Okay.
Because if Jaspr right now cleans the air, an ERV allows your home to breathe in an energy efficient way. But a lot of these problems, like sick building syndrome, emerged out of building tight buildings that were trying to keep costs down.
Wow. And so sick building syndrome could be what? Like fatigue? What are some of those symptoms?
Yeah, a lot. And so before
And for
Jaspr,
kids,
in
yeah.
between disasters, I was consulting people and businesses on their air and their environment. So big company, 1,000 employees, and they noticed that their sick percentage, their absentee rate's going up a ton. So they would call up me to come in and investigate. So I would meet with their joint health safety committee, their HR department, and something that just seemed intuitive to me that nobody taught me, but I'm glad I did it. I asked them for the blueprint of the building.
Okay.
And I would layer it. And then I said, give me the desk location of everyone who made a health complaint.
No way.
So I'd find, let's say it's like a 16-story building. I'm like, 90% of the sick people are on the 7th, 8th, and 9th floor on the southwest corner. So then I go and I meet the maintenance team. I say, give me your maintenance and repair logs for the past 2 to 3 years. They give me the logs. Turns out the 9th floor had a window leak and a small bathroom leak, and the water had dripped down 3 floors. So by knowing their maintenance log, I knew which walls to open up, which baseboards to peel back, where to test to find bacteria and mold.
Wow. That was affecting the health.
The absentee rate were crazy. People were sick, and they were able to measure productivity by region. So the people in those areas were more sick, more absent, and way less productive.
Oh
They
my
measure
gosh.
the brain performance of chess players, how good are their moves, and also SAT scores based on air quality. And there is an overwhelming causation effect of the air quality and your cognitive performance.
Wow. So if there was anyone that was going to be working on building the healthiest school, it would definitely be you.
I think so.
Yeah, you're
We're
over,
well set. We're set up for this.
you're overqualified.
Well, we're perfectly
I
qualified.
mean, just like
Rachel's going to make sure the school has a great, my name is I'd like my title with the company of Chief Wellness Officer. So I'm not super involved. Let Rachel and the dream team she's building handle
Amazing.
education and curriculum and community, and just let me focus on the environment stuff.
Yeah.
Because like the real mission of Jaspr is not the solution. It's merely a Band-Aid. The solution is to build better homes and pollute less, so we don't need something to clean our air.
Right.
It is a Band-Aid. However, sometimes Band-Aids are effective for a certain period of time, and that time is now.
Mhm.
But really, if we can, this is why I like podcasts.
Yeah.
Get a little more air aware, realize you're building in your environment has a huge impact on your health. And if we can both educate homeowners and the people, at the same time, builders, HVAC companies, architects, developers, that the consumer, when price of homes crashed after COVID, they went up and they came down hard.
Of course.
What price didn't change at all was healthy homes.
Yeah.
Peak demand. There's a lot of people with money that want a superior product.
Mhm.
Right now, you buy a home. The bank wants you to build the home as fast as you can. The builder's saying, hey, how fast and how cheap and how many homes can we build? They're not sitting there being like, this is going to be in a primary environment for a family for 100 years. Let's take our time. Let's be thoughtful. Let's work with the trees. Let's work with the shade. Let's use the best materials. So everything gets manufactured, tightly wrapped, shipped here, unboxed, put in your home. Your home sits in the rain too while it's being built.
Yeah.
They seal it up and then they sell it as quickly as they can. So the incentives, it's not like the food thing and the pharma thing where it's like, here's the big bad faceless corporation. This road to hell was paved with good intentions. So with education for the builders, the architects, the designers that can learn how to use better materials, how to build homes that breathe better, and prospective home buyers being like, yeah, I want a healthy home. It doesn't cost that much more to build a healthy home, just thoughtfulness. Same thing with the school.
And time.
But not once you know how to do it,
Right.
you can do it quickly.
Well, so for all of the, let's just say, the educators that are watching this, listening to this, the moms, the parents, the ones who are going to probably go to their school office tomorrow and say, all right, do we have Jaspers in these schools? What is it that we can do now to make our homes just a little bit more breathable, healthier? We've got plants in
I
the.
got a bunch of tips.
So, okay, let's hear them.
If you are located in Austin, though, or close to Austin, we want to start as close to home as possible so we can offer as much support as needed.
Yeah.
But if your kid is in a private school within an hour of Austin, email us.
Okay.
We will put 2 Jaspers in every classroom.
Woo!
That is just our commitment to the kids and clean air. It would be kind of unaligned if our school was supposed to be, the idea of the healthiest school in America is supposed to be all the schools.
Yeah.
If it was just about our school to be a competitive advantage, that would defeat the whole purpose of this thing. It's supposed to be collaborative. So talk to your school, connect us with their directors, Jaspers for Kids. We want to do that ASAP, ASAP, ASAP.
Okay. And what's the email? We're going to put it in the show notes.
Just go to our website and hit contact us or
Okay.
support, and all of it will be just say, hey, here's the school location, and we'll
Send
make it happen right
Jaspers.
away.
Wow.
And we won't just, the reason why I want it to be local, we don't just send the Jaspers. We go to the school, we test the air quality in all the classes, then we set up the Jaspers, then we retest, we make sure their ventilation is good as well, because if their school's not breathing, and while we're there, we're going to give them a little audit. What cleaning products are they using? Just we'll do basically a healthy home environmental checkup on the
So
school.
if they're doing a lot of bleach, then
We'll tell them.
yeah.
And bleach has its place, but it's not replacing soap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what can people do? This is the best, most important thing at all. What are the free tips that you could do immediately? There's a few. So number 1, shoes not coming in the home will be a great place
That's
to
an
start.
Asian household.
Yeah.
Brave Table fam, you know this, obviously. Okay. And why? For those that don't know, like how toxic are the food, are the shoes in the
So
house?
95% of shoes tested always have fecal matter on them. Nice word for poop. And there's not good data on this that I've seen, but I bet you at least 95% of them also have high levels of glyphosate.
Glyphosate
Even if
too.
you're not spraying your lawn, you're out in the world with your shoes. It blows my mind. Sometimes in my neighborhood, I do go to places without shoes.
Yeah.
Like right now. And generally, actually, it's quite accepted. But once in a while, people are like, bare feet, gross. I'm like, I bet you I washed my feet way more recently than you washed your shoes.
Yeah.
So somehow, culturally,
Say that?
well, they think bare feet are dirty.
Oh my gosh.
No, shoes are dirty.
Shoes are way dirty.
Way dirtier.
And then if you have pets, that's even.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And if you don't have pets, you still walk outside where dogs are shitting, you're on lawns.
Yeah.
So shoes are just bringing in a lot of stuff. Then you have cooking. Cooking's probably the biggest way that we pollute our indoor air. So cooking outside is great. Opening your windows is great. And range hoods. So most homes have range hoods that are installed way too high.
Okay. Yep.
That one's pretty high.
That one's pretty high.
That one's pretty high. So what happens is it's good for aesthetic.
He's looking at our kitchen, guys.
I'm looking at the kitchen right now, and that is a high range hood.
Okay.
So they're high, and most of them are designed to be very aesthetic.
Okay.
But this one's beautiful, and it might work good. We'll test it
Yeah,
after too.
I think it's industrial, but who knows?
It looks like a pretty
Yeah,
good range hood,
yeah.
actually. We'll test it.
Okay.
So do a tissue test. Hold up a Kleenex, hold up a paper towel, put your range hood on fan speed 1. Make sure it's sucking that thing up.
Okay.
So now we know it's pulling air. That's step 1. Step 2, make sure that range hood is venting outside. A lot of people are venting it into the crawl spaces. A lot of those microwave styles are just shooting the air above.
Oh, God.
Literally right
Yes.
there.
Yes, I've seen that at my aunt's house. Where is it going? It's not going anywhere.
Right above.
Oh, gosh.
It doesn't make any
It's the
sense.
worst. Yeah.
Or into the little cupboard above. And those cupboards are always moldy.
Oh,
So you want to make sure your range hood is pulling air and pushing it outside. Then what you want to do is use the damn thing. So at least fan speed 1, even if you're cooking asparagus with no seed oil, cook high heat and protein creates a lot of chemical byproducts. One of them is called PAH, which is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons.
okay.
Same thing we would test for after home fires and wildfire smoke.
No.
That gets created when you have high heat and protein.
Okay.
Where does it go? In your carpets, in your lungs, in your furniture, in your bedding, all that stuff. It's just a big polluter. It's like cooking. You're aerosolizing stuff. That's why you smell the food. It's not just the food and the oils that are in the air. It's everything else, including the pans. So using better pans is helpful.
Right.
Do the same tissue test in the bathroom. Make sure that bathroom fan is pulling air and venting outside. A lot of bathroom fans vent into the attic.
In the attic.
Yes.
Oh
so
my
you shower,
gosh.
you turn on that fan, then you dump a gallon or several liters of water into your attic. Porous insulation, mold again. So that bathroom fan should be venting outside. If it is venting into your attic, you better have an attic that has its own venting system. So these are just like simple things.
Right.
It's like the same way that doctors weren't educated on nutrition in school at all. They got like a 1-day class on healthy food.
Right.
And by the way, healthy means like cereal.
Yeah. Seriously. Home builders
Cereal
not the
and
same.
juice. Home builders and HVAC guys that are literally the ones who are designing the lungs of your home, they're not taught about air quality.
And I just want to say this. The HVAC guys and the home builders are designing the lungs of your home. It's huge.
And they don't know anything about breathing. So lung designers haven't been taught about breath. That doesn't make sense. So that's why the best thing we can do is like, if I can get into an HVAC guy, give them a Jaspr for their bedroom, show them clean air, explain, dude, you're not just banging metal into people's homes. You're literally designing, especially a lot of them have kids. And I've seen a few HVAC companies lean really hard into air quality and their businesses explode.
Wow.
Same thing with like a landscaper or a gardener.
Right.
Are you just putting grass on yards? You can go way further with that. You can make edible gardens. You can make plants that bees love. You can look at the plants that all the neighbor has and create these little micro ecosystems. Like you are literally the stewards of the land. And if a landscaper starts feeling that way, breathing that way, thinking that way, they are going to have the most incredible team, the most amazing customers, and a thriving business. So often people are so close yet so far. It's just that little bit of awareness and it changes everything for them.
And there goes the mensch. It goes back to the mensch.
If you were a mensch landscaper,
Yeah.
an aware mensch landscaper,
Yeah.
would you just do a quick hardscape and throw down a yard?
Nope.
Or would you think about air quality and environment and plants and bees and the neighbors and gardening?
Yeah.
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 And then imagine going to like the whole street, be like, hey, instead of just doing 3 of your gardens, let's do the whole street because we'll make all your gardens cohesive to work like a little urban forest together.
Oh, urban forest. Even the words that you're using, it's amazing. What about plants? Because, I feel like now everyone has plants everywhere, and even us, we've got a combo. We've got a combo of the real and the not real.
Good.
And so, but do you believe in plants? And are you going to be putting plants and, the terrariums in the healthiest school in America?
I deeply believe in plants.
Okay.
That is why our logo is a tree.
Yes, I
Because
see that.
the tree is the actual air purifier, air scrubber. Trees are scrubbers.
Trees are scrubbers.
So I like fake plants and real plants. I think a lot of the value of a plant outside, they're literally the lungs of our planet.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, by the way, do you know that there's no more new air or water being made? All the air that you're breathing now, the Romans were breathing it. It was being breathed by someone in China 2 weeks ago. It was a dinosaur fart millions of years ago. It's the same air.
Wow.
It just gets recycled. So plants are the filters. Our lungs are the filter. The ocean is the filter. Lightning, it's the same air.
Wow.
We're just recirculating it, which is why we have to treat it so preciously. It's very finite. Same with water. There's a flood in one place and a drought in another. There's no more or less water being created. It's just, we have what we have. It's being held to our environment by gravity. And it's pretty precious when you think about it, that it's finite.
Yeah.
So life itself creates more plants and more people to do more of the filtering. So it's a very symbiotic relationship between this hot rock spinning through space and the life on the planet.
Huge.
So I love plants. I love trees. But indoors, they don't move the needle as much as we once thought that they did.
Really?
So in the 70s, there was a study called the NASA plant study where they tested the air quality reduction with a bunch of plants. Unfortunately, since then, no one has ever recreated the study. Many labs have tried. No one's even got close. So I've put plants in small rooms a lot with carbon dioxide detectors, with particulate meters, and just objectively, it doesn't move the needle.
Okay.
You would need to have trees in your home to move the needle. You would just need so much plant power that if you had that much, you would have pest and humidity issues.
Yes.
That would become the new issues. Ultimately, plants, just as much as the human, want to be outside. There are plants that can do a good job indoors, but ultimately that's not their natural habitat. So much like mold, right? Like a person, zoochosis, if you lock people and things and plants up, it's just not the optimal environment. So I do like small plants, reasonable plants. I think energetically, plants are incredible. Mood, vibe, even just like emotionally, spiritually, I think having plants inside is incredibly important. It's like having a pet with less maintenance.
Yeah.
It's like another little heartbeat.
Yeah.
Watching something grow, something to care for, something to take care of. I think it's really good. But unfortunately, it's not going to scrub and filter your air in an indoor environment.
So it's not a good replacement. It's not a replacement at all for air scrubber, air purifier. Okay, so we have to get a Jaspr.
Also, another thing I think it's really important for me to communicate is you can make a machine that cleans the air almost as good as Jaspr for about $150 at Home Depot. DIY.
Oh, you can make it yourself.
You can. You can. And it's important for people to know that, because what sucks, if someone buys a shitty home and they know it's a shitty home, I'm okay with that. But when someone buys something that's shitty and they didn't know it was shitty, that sucks. So what sucks is you think you bought this pretty home, but it's making you sick.
Yeah.
Or you thought you were checking the box and buying this great air purifier for $399 on Amazon or Walmart, but it doesn't clean the air. That sucks, because then people have the idea that, my air is fine, or my air is not the problem. There's the Brita water filter, by the way. It does filter your water. It's $30. It's a cheap solution. But the $5,000 solution or the $2,000 solution is a lot better.
Right.
Not all things are made equally. So I think it's really important that people don't buy a crappy little plastic air purifier that they think is working, that is doing nothing.
So what are the things that they should be looking at, even if they're like in places in the world that maybe Jaspr doesn't go to yet, or they don't have a U.S. forwarding address?
Size is really important.
Yeah.
So why can you make a DIY purifier?
Yes.
That's good.
Okay.
Because you buy a big fan, and if anyone Googles DIY air purifier or Corsi Rosenthal box. Truthfully, I don't remember if it's a C or a K, but Google knows.
Okay.
I think it's a C. So Corsi Rosenthal box is one of the designs. Basically, it takes 4 or 5 filters. You make a box out of them. You put a big ass fan, like a box fan,
Okay.
and you duct tape it up.
So it's going to be ugly.
It's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit loud.
But it's going to do the thing.
And it won't sense the air, so it's not going to be like a smart one.
Right.
But if you have wildfire smoke, if you're putting it in a bedroom and you don't care about aesthetic, it's going to work. Maybe it'll be a fun little project. Jaspr is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Just like Kindling Academy is not for everybody.
Right.
We made the air scrubber that we wanted for our family. So we wanted something that was pretty, that was effective, that had great service, that sensed the air in real time. We made what we wanted, and then a lot of people are like, we want the exact same thing. And how can we can't possibly try to make a product that isn't for ourselves, because we would no longer have taste to guide us. Same thing with the school. If you start thinking about what do the people want, who is the people? Everybody wants something else. Whereas if you tap into what feels good and what feels right for you, then your taste and your truth will lead you on a good path. So Jaspr is the perfect air scrubber for my family and other families who want design, aesthetic, quiet, ease of use, quick filters to change. So DIY stuff works great, and it's financially accessible. So that's an important thing for people to know.
Okay. And then what about you see these, if they're not in a financial place to get the Jaspr as of yet, even though we are giving them a discount, and we're going to link that in the show notes as well. Well, a big one. And but if they aren't, for now, they're saving up. What are some of the things, like maybe the 2 things to look at for those like Amazon purifiers?
So first things first is like, just remember that fresh air is just as important as clean air.
Yeah.
So cracking windows, letting bathroom fans run longer. One tool I would recommend, it's a CO2 detector.
Okay.
I keep one on me. The battery lasts 4 years. They're about $150
CO2
or less, because that tells you how much carbon dioxide's in the air and if it's like too stuffy. And that will tell you when you need to start cracking windows indoors.
Okay.
Maybe you're at a coffee shop. Outside CO2 is 400. Good indoor CO2 is 600, 800. Once you have 1,000, you start having brain fog and fatigue.
Brain fog and fatigue,
like
after
instantly.
1,000
ppm.
Wow. Of carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon
The
dioxide.
stuff that we breathe out,
Yeah.
the stuff that plants breathe in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're ever in a coffee shop or an office, or that feeling of like a long elevator ride and you're like, I can't wait to get out, kind of anxiety is the symptom that you feel. That's because the CO2 is so high and your brain is starving. So when you're like, I just got to go outside and get a breath of fresh air, what you're really saying is the CO2 is too high.
Okay.
So if you have that little instrument, that will allow you to kind of navigate for yourself a little bit. Now, if people are looking to buy stuff online, size.
So the bigger, the better.
CFM, cubic feet per minute.
Okay.
And when you see most brands marketing, Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon, whatever, they're very sneaky. They trick you. They tell you, oh, our filter filters 99.97% of particles to this size. Everybody's does that.
Okay.
And then they say covers 1,000 square feet.
Yep.
What they don't tell you is this. That is assuming it's on full speed all the time. So on a small machine, that would be very loud. They also don't tell you that's probably with 7-foot ceilings. Who has 7-foot ceiling? They also don't tell you what covers means. Does covers means the air is 10% cleaner or 90% cleaner?
Wow.
They don't tell you what covers means.
Yeah.
For me to say covers, it needs to be 80% cleaner air with fan speed 1. So a lot of brands won't actually tell you the truth. When they tell you the fan speed, that's only on full speed. On our specs on our website, we show you the fan speed at every speed, because ideally your Jaspr is going to be in your living room. It's going to be on fan speed 199% of the time.
Wow.
Where you can't hear it.
Right.
And then ramp up when it needs to. So you want something that's effective and silent. So you want that minimum CFM to be like ideally 100, but at least 80. So that's the question to be asking.
Okay.
I personally do care about Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and EMF. So I like one that doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I think as far as I know, we're one of the only products made from steel. They're almost all plastic. I don't really love plastic 1-year warranty items. Thing is, when you buy one that has a 1-year warranty,
Yeah.
you're not actually saving money. because you're going to be replacing it every 3 years when it breaks.
Yep.
Instead of something that when it breaks, you just get a brand new one. So often it's very expensive to be cheap.
Yeah.
But with that said, there are some products that are out there that work pretty good. They're loud and they're ugly,
They work.
but they work
Decently.
But truthfully, like,
Save up for a Jaspr.
because of the discount here,
yeah, you're going to be saving.
So at our retail price, I can tell you products that are a few $100s cheaper that clean the air almost as good, but they're louder and uglier with a massive $400 discount.
Yeah.
And my first 50 podcasts, if anybody ever heard me on podcasts a couple years ago, I didn't even mention the word Jaspr once. I felt uncomfortable. I just wanted to teach. And then I realized,
well, you've done a great job.
If I can't recommend the very thing that I'm making, it means I'm out of alignment. And that price used to be $19.75 when we used to sell to doctors and dentists.
Wow.
As we get more efficient, we keep lowering the price. So now it's at the price where it feels in alignment. So yes, I'm recommending the thing that we make.
Because it actually works.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like you've gotten some amazing, crazy testimonials, case studies. Like you've had people writing from all over and how much it's like changed their lives. So I can't imagine somebody, you know, just like at an Austin public school, mom saying like their kid never missed a day of school because they're...
Sleep and mold are our two big ones by far.
It's crazy.
So on our website, the lab study's right there.
Yeah.
We use the lab. They filled a room with millions of mold spores, turned on Jaspr for 1 hour. After 1 hour, 3 hours. After 1 hour, there was 97% less mold. And you can actually see they literally take the picture of the Petri dish each hour.
So it filtered the mold.
Basically all gone. And then after 3 hours, it was 100% gone.
Wow.
Now that might sound impressive. It doesn't to me, because when I was doing mold remediation, we used air scrubbers to scrub the mold. Like that's how it works. But it does kind of feel like magic. And then on the sleep side,
that's huge.
We gave 150 people Jaspers last year who were struggling with sleep. They weren't all struggling, various levels of sleepers who had been tracking their sleep with Oura rings for years.
Okay. And sometimes they were CPAPs and things like that.
Some sleep apps, some snored, some were athletes, some were doctors. I said, yo, we'll give you a Jaspr for a month in exchange for 1 month of sleep data. They said, deal. So the average person with Jaspr versus without slept 25 minutes more per night.
Wow.
18% more deep sleep. And what we didn't expect is a huge reduction in snoring. And my favorite story is one from my sister is the closest example, but her husband, John, was snoring for 5-6 years.
Oh my gosh.
They're in their 30s and they're already sleep divorced.
Oh no.
Because you can't really sleep beside someone who's snoring.
Yeah.
Jaspr in, fan speed 2 or 3, dark mode, no more snoring. Like a switch. They went to San Antonio for the weekend, no Jaspr. He snored both nights, came back, snoring is gone. So for a lot of people, this is not a claim that Jaspr cures snoring at all. Okay. Ultimately, some people, it's a weight issue. It could be genetic. It could be spine. It could be breathing. It could be their nose, and a lot of stuff. I'm not pretending to be an expert on snoring or sleep. Yeah. But for a lot of people, it is the fuel. You know, our engines run on air, and we run on air. We think we run on food. But if I have air to breathe, I will find the water and I will find the food source. If you have food and water but no air, you will be dead in 2 minutes. So I believe that breathing is the first thing you do when you're born. It's the last thing you do when you die. It's the only thing you do all night when you sleep to keep yourself alive. Yeah. And it's the most overlooked. So the point of all of this is when you start paying attention to your air, all of a sudden you start paying attention to a lot of things in your life that were hiding in plain sight. So it's huge. It's an awareness thing.
And I feel like you're elevating the consciousness of people just, you know, every day.
And what's the true cost of a sick child?
Yeah.
Because the one kid gets sick, then half the class gets sick, then their parents get sick, then the colleagues get sick, then the trip gets canceled, then the events get canceled. So I think if you look at the butterfly effect of a sick child, it's almost immeasurable.
It's like the ripple effect that keeps rippling.
Keeps rippling.
And you're cutting it right at the source. So I want to segue into our Spill the Chai section because I feel like we have had such a robust conversation, and I feel like you're a plethora of knowledge in every single way. And I'm so excited for the Kindling Academy and for people who are curious about the Kindling Academy. So this is early years.
Very early.
So from
We
what?
open next August.
Okay.
And it's for kids 3 to 9.
3 to 9.
But in each of the subsequent, we're going to get it all the way up to high school.
Okay.
So if you're like a 9-year-old now, maybe not a good fit, but we'll be expanding the grades, the age groups very rapidly.
And the vision is, in terms of curriculum, it's going to be more entrepreneurial based.
Rooted in Montessori.
Rooted in Montessori. Great.
That is a great foundation.
Amazing.
And then on top of that, adding a little bit more collaboration, a little bit of intentional technology, but minimal and intentional, not default technology. A lot of outside, and a lot more collaborative project-based learning and entrepreneurship. So
good.
But like rooted in philosophies that have been around for a very long time that are tried and true,
Yep.
and then just building on that foundation.
Love it. Love it. And the healthiest school in America.
That's my job. That's the part I'm the most excited about.
Yeah.
Because I think with the right environment, like I don't know how to make myself focus in a bad environment, but I do know how to change my environment. And I think we are products of our environment and our surroundings. So I'm really spending my time just optimizing the environment and letting Rachel and the dream team handle the other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm staying in my lane.
It's huge. You've got the complete best duo, you and Rachel.
We do.
This is amazing. So if anybody's curious about the Kindling Academy, we'll...
Kindling.academy.
Okay.
We're on Instagram.
Kindling.academy.
Yeah, there's dot academy's a thing.
Okay.
So
Dot Academy. Okay.
yeah, for anyone who's local, feel free to join our interest waiting list thing.
And you guys start in the fall?
August of 2026.
August of 2026.
We're going to renovate and make it beautiful and perfect.
Oh my gosh.
And
this is
anyone
something to
who's
watch.
anywhere else in the country who's curious about it, if go to our website, there's 2 options for the email list. One's for people who are directly interested in coming to the school, but for everybody else, we're going to tell you like everything we're doing. So we'll have like a monthly newsletter, everything we're doing, whether it's Jaspers for schools, what's working, the health statistics, the lighting, as we source products. We'll be creating a lot of content to teach people what's working, so then they can start schools, they can take it back to their school. So even if you don't live in Austin, like come along for the ride.
So fun. I think this is going to be a global movement.
I think so too. Yeah, we can't stop at Austin.
No, you can't stop at Austin. So a couple of spill the chai questions before we let you go. What's the wildest thing you've ever found in a sick building?
In a sick building, I would probably, the first thing that pops into my mind is, I've seen like a lot of actual mushrooms growing.
Oh my God.
But the worst I've ever seen was the International Hotel of Calgary in Alberta, Canada in 2013. This flood was so profound that it went up to the 3rd and 4th story of buildings.
Oh.
The parking lot was 6 stories deep underground, but all filled with water. So basically the entire first several levels of the ground were just like mud and destroyed. There was like pickup trucks upside down everywhere.
Insane.
It was like a military zone.
That's insane.
So yeah, I would say mushrooms and mud after giant floods.
What is one wellness trend that you actually believe in, and one that you think that's overly hyped?
I think underrated is fun and community.
Yeah.
The amount of people who are obsessed over trying to be healthy, but forget to have fun.
They forget to have fun.
Chasing happiness. Happy, I don't like the word all that much.
Yeah.
I think it's elusive. It's a weird brand. I feel like stress is also a bad brand. It jack the word feeling. Like I'm stressed. What are you really saying? Are you feeling stuff? What are you feeling? What's behind that?
Yeah.
And I think like happy has kind of hijacked a lot of other emotions. So I think like trying to go do a happy day or plan for happiness is very hard. But trying to do something fun or exciting
Fun and exciting.
is
I
a
like
lot
that.
easier.
Yeah.
And whenever you're doing stuff fun and exciting, you feel great,
You can get behind
especially
that.
if you do it with more people.
So true.
Something that I did not a lot of school in high school, but I did a lot of fun, and that's really carried through. So helping people have fun with other people, especially if those people also like to be healthy,
It's a big one.
is just the easiest health hack ever. And when you have like this fulfilling fun day, you sleep better. Everything just is easy mode. You know, I feel like resistance is like a river, and most people are subconsciously swimming upstream. And all you have to do is either stop swimming and float, or turn around and swim with the river. But all you have to do to turn a headwind into a tailwind is to turn around or stop swimming altogether.
Huge.
Overhyped.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think supplements
Okay.
I think supplements and a lot of these new technology things that you see at these biohacking conferences, these brain machines and red light gadgets to go on your face, stuff that takes a lot of time. Anything that feels like it takes willpower, I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah. Instead of just going outside.
Like I like sauna
Yeah. So
because I like things that I feel.
Mhm.
You're taking all these supplements and you're like, anything that you don't know if it's working, I'm not a big fan of. You know, if you go into a cold plunge, it's undeniable.
Yeah.
You don't even know the temperature. It's
Right.
fucking cold and you feel it and you feel great afterwards.
You feel great afterwards.
If you go into a sauna, you feel it. It's social. You're hot. You sweat. You feel it. If you exercise, you feel it. If you go in the sun, you feel it. If you eat really good food, you feel it. So I'm a big fan of, I don't track my sleep or any of that stuff. I believe that going by feeling is the ultimate thing. So all of these things that, you know, you go by the trade show and like, here's a gadget. And then someone's like, what'd that do? And you're like, it does, it's supposed to work. If the answer is like, it might supposed to work, fine. But also if it takes a lot of willpower and if it takes discipline to do it, I don't want to do it. There's enough things in my life that take no discipline. If you love something, it doesn't require will or discipline. The sauna doesn't take discipline. But like
It's true.
lying on a PEMF mat for half an hour in the morning, it takes some discipline.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I'm more of a float or swim with the river kind of guy. I mean, a lot of people have got strong training and resistance.
That's true.
It's just not my style.
I love it. One word that describes the season of life.
Transition.
Ooh, yes. Yes, I love
In
that.
2025, we thrive.
There you go.
Done are the days of surviving, and it's time to start thriving.
Start thriving. Okay, Mike, father of 3, new Papa Bear. Congratulations on everything that you're building. And I mean, this was such a wildly profound masterclass, and not just air, but also, just the collective revolution of,
Thank you. I'm done just talking about air.
yeah, of education and the future education of what we're creating for our kids. I think
And
it's really wild.
It's fun when you can take business and realize, like, when you're a kid in school, you get projects. And when you're a grown up, you get to do business. And you can join any other kids' projects. But adults are just a bunch of big kids. So you can start your own project. You can join other cool projects, kids' projects. And when you just think about business as a means to organize adults to do good things, it's a much easier way to do life.
Well, and I've always loved your spirit. I've always loved your...
Me too.
Yeah.
The feelings are mutual.
I know. And I'm so excited for where this is going to go.
For like, if we want to give people a big discount offer, is that something you'll tell them later?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to give them a huge discount. Everyone gets a Jaspr wherever you are, as long as it can ship to the US, Canada, and Dubai.
And so just so anybody knows, it'll be $400 off.
Okay.
And it does have a lifetime warranty.
That's super generous.
So if it breaks,
Thank you.
well, thank whoever trusts us enough to buy it. Don't thank us. It has a lifetime warranty. So if it breaks, we will ship you a brand new one.
Wow.
You take the new one out of the box. You put the old one in the box. We also give you a prepaid shipping label, and we send UPS to your front door to pick it up.
Wow.
Because I hate when I have a product with a warranty and then they make you feel like a liar.
I know.
Videos, photos, box, receipts, FedEx. Fuck you. I have to waste half my goddamn day
So true.
doing all this shit and their product broke. So literally, if someone's Jaspr breaks, that's our fault. That's our problem. So you don't pay for shipping. We don't pre-authorize your credit card. We will trust you. You get the new one, the shipping, and we'll pick it up from your front door. If you're in Austin, and you're hearing this,
Yeah.
and you buy a Jaspr, we will hand deliver it to you.
Ooh.
We will test your air. We will take the packaging away.
Oh, okay.
And if we call it the life-changing guarantee, because if it's not undeniable, don't worry about tracking anything. But if you do track, your sleep will get better. If it's not undeniable, then with the first month or even 2, keep the box. We'll take it back. It will work though, because we want people who are breathing better. If you're not breathing better, let us get that Jaspr back and ship it to somebody else who will. So it's our clean air guarantee.
Wow.
So that is the few final words that I have for y'all.
Amazing. Mike, generosity is coming from your pores. I love it. And everyone get a Jaspr. This has been a phenomenal conversation.
Coming through me?
It's coming through you.
Not from me.
Okay, it's coming through you.
Mhm.
It's coming through you.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right, you guys. Wow. Well, you heard it first. And I don't know if you were taking notes, but this is one of those episodes where I think you'll probably have to go watch this if you were listening to this while you were driving, walking your dog, washing dishes, picking up kids, dropping them off. You'll probably want to watch this on YouTube. So go ahead. I'll link that in the show notes. If you are watching this on YouTube and you haven't hit subscribe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let us know what changed your mind about your health, about breathing better, about clean air. I mean, there's so many big aha moments that I even had, and I think I know a lot of things, but Mike is just incredible, and his mission for the cleanest, the healthiest school in America, plus also just up-leveling our buildings, the way we live, breathe, and how we move in the world. I think that's really powerful. So do share this with a friend, a family member, somebody that can use a little bit more braving their health and the air that they breathe and the place that they live in. You know, your HVAC and your home are the lungs of your house. It's crazy. It's crazy that we don't think about this enough. So if you've ever been wondering if your energy has been off, if your mood has been off, if you're not sleeping right, well, it's probably your air quality. And guess what? If your kid is going to those schools, and if you are in Austin, go ahead, write Jaspr a note, let them get you free Jaspers for the school. Please help their mission. And if you love this episode, go ahead and share this. Tag us on the Brave Table at Jaspr, and I'm going to share all of Mike's details as well. And so I will see you next time. Don't forget to be just a little bit more brave. You know I've got so much more in store for you. So if you are really ready to dive in and keep owning your emotions like the boss that you are, click right here. Go ahead, don't be shy. I'll see you in the next one. Keep shining.